How you doing, sir?
Hey, Rusty.
Good. We'll be going back in the same car. Yes, sir. If you just want to leave your stuff in there, that's fine. See you.
I got it. That bike, I saw the bike go like this.
You guys drive the shit out of things. I like that.
I'm talking about the guy on the motorbike. You had that leer in the wind, didn't you?
We're going, man.
That was the guy on the motorcycle.
Oh, yes, sir.
See how good everybody follows it. Hello, Bill. How we doing? How you guys? Right here, baby.
You want us to lie?
You got any microphones or anything you want to put up here?
I need everyone to step back and spread out, please. I can't get it to the shot.
Bob, you need to put it in the right. Bob. This is for the media. You other people, you can watch and take pictures, but please don't make any noise or get in the way. All right, the clock's ticking.
Hey guys, listen, I'll start because Rusty, I talked to you on the cruise. We talked about Desoto Speedway when I talked to you then. What's it feel like coming back and being able to be out here in Desoto?
Well, it's a homecoming for sure. It's been a while since I've been here, although I really like the track. I remember I took my old black number 66 ASA car here and ran real good with that car. I remember that. I just saw some old flags with my name on them that were pretty yellowed out, so it must have been a long time ago. But from what I remember, it was a cool track. I'm looking forward to watch these guys race tonight.
Steven, whenever you get the chance to come to a place like this where a lot of folks know Dad and so forth, does it make it any easier to come out and say hi to the folks and get to know some new people for yourself? Because I know everybody's looking to be a Stephen Wallace fan this year.
I say yeah, it does. You know, he's kind of retired. There's a like me and Dad can do this. You know, for all these autograph sessions, you know, all these fans come and say, you know, who we're going to pull for, and I say me. So it's definitely kind of cool to come out here and hang out with the fans and get to race old Sterling and Bill and old Handsome Harry and all them guys. So it's kind of cool. Definitely fun.
Well, of course, I got to go down the road now and talk to Harry, because Harry, it's been a while since we've seen you in any regular action and stuff. What did it feel like when you got the chance to come back and start doing a little bit more racing and showing off for some of the fans?
Well, I don't know. I'll know after tonight. But I'm glad to come back down here again. We've been here a couple of times before and really enjoyed it. And I hadn't done this in a couple of years, so I'm looking forward to seeing these guys again and sort of get out on Saturday night.
Well, make sure sometime tonight you sneak in where the steakhouse is, because I've had about 8 people ask me where that's at. Thanks, guys.
Mr. Elliott, you've been here before. How do you like Desoto Speedway?
I'm like Rusty. It's been so long I can't remember, but looking forward to just coming out and having a good time. You know, the main thing is meeting fans. You know, get down here, meet some folks. And like I said, the way that my schedule's been going the last couple of years, had opportunity to do more of this kind of stuff and sit back and enjoy it. And you know, hopefully the fans come out and enjoy us being down here.
Good, thank you. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Rusty, you've never been here to Desoto, have you, or years ago?
Oh, I've been here many times years ago, though. Yeah, it's been, yeah. In fact, I think I won here one time. I can't remember what year it would have been. It's an ASA race, I think. 66?
Remarks from TR.
1989.
89, okay.
Now, Sterling, you're known for the bigger tracks mostly. How do you like running these smaller tracks for the race of champions?
It's a lot of fun. We've run a lot of times during the year. Raced here, I don't know, 10 years ago. Some 200 lappers, some run 30 or 40. So sneak track, like racing.
Right, now I noticed Bruce has got you on a lot for the schedule this year to do a lot of race of champion races. This is a lot of camaraderie still, even though it's not a NASCAR race.
Oh yeah, we like to get out and have a good time, get to meet everybody and hang out. See people that don't get to see at the cup track, so sell some souvenirs, do all that stuff.
There you go. And Mr. Gant, we spoke on Tuesday night. You going to have bragging rights going home tonight, sir?
I hope so.
You all heard it.
I'm coming down. Be the boys take it easy, it'd be real great today.
Well, you all know the key to the race is don't let Rusty go in the pits anytime during the race. Because the last time he did that, he came back out and won it from the back.
Uh-oh, I didn't know that one.
That's when Richard Petty, you, Davey Allison, I can't remember who all came that week.
You're stretching my memory now.
What's your motivation for coming out and doing the short track appearances? And those of you who do drive, what do you enjoy, or why do you like to come out to the short track and drive?
Well, it's just, you know, the main thing for the fans. I mean, get here, kind of enjoy it, be able to do it on a more low-key deal, be able to meet the fans more one-on-one than you know, especially the Cup stuff. It's complex and it's crowded, and as hard as it is for the fans to get access to any of these guys, especially in today's world. But now, you know, we kind of come to them and be able to bring it to them, you know, especially in a smaller environment. It makes it a whole lot better for everybody.
couple of years ago, you were doing some dirt stuff with Ray Cook, and you appeared like at East Bay Raceway.
Yeah.
Are you still doing any of that? Or?
A little bit, not much. My son's been go-kart racing. I've been kind of hanging with him, you know, wrenching the car some, and I don't get out as much in my dirt car as I had been. And, you know, maybe a little bit later on I get to do more of that.
Rusty, now that you're supposedly retired, do you find yourself working more now than you did back when you were driving regular?
It seems that way. I've been real busy. I've been up in at ABC Studios the last 2 days practicing for the upcoming race I'm going to call in Florida and getting ready for the Indianapolis 500. Just doing a lot of talking, a lot of practice, and a lot of things like that. I've done a lot of autograph sessions. I've signed a deal with the World of Wheels Custom Car Shows. I've done 15 of those this year, which I've met a lot of fans, kind of like we're doing here tonight, like Bill said, and that's a lot of fun. I was in Kansas City, Missouri yesterday, Connecticut yesterday morning, and Atlanta, Georgia this afternoon, and Florida tonight. So that old airplane of mine's been running wide open. Sorry about that.
I knew it happened.
He was first. They should go Jet A and then
That's bleed. Second again, bleed. $5,000, right?
Now, Stephen, does that open up the door for you? That your dad's the one that made the first mistake tonight?
Yeah, it definitely opens up the door for me. Usually it's me, but thank God it's him now.
For those of you that have raced here before, like Rusty and Harry Sterling, does this track remind you of any of the other tracks that people might be familiar with? Either old NASCAR tracks or other tracks around the country?
I've been here 10 years. It's been a long time since I've been here too. Hey, you run on the bottom here, don't you? I believe so.
This is a fast, short track, 3/8 high bank. You guys will have fun out there tonight. Driving pure stock cars, is that any different? And what is the actual difference between that and, say, your NASCAR cars?
Let's see.
That's the answer we wanted right there. Somebody else
no
gets to
aero
fix it.
balance. Knock the fender off the arrows.
Yeah, if they tear them up, somebody else pays for it. Now, these guys are all looking forward to it. I know that. Not much, right now until you actually get out there and get in the car and see what you're up against.
Right. See, the thing about it is we'll go out there and start running, and you'll see Rusty keep getting closer and closer to the wall, and eventually he'll want in one of these things. I know how this is going to work.
Now, Bill, you've moved recently. What is it that got you out of Georgia?
Well, I'm just kind of moving around a little bit. I never have been staying in one place very long, and we've been hanging out in Colorado a little bit more, but my roots are still in North Georgia, absolutely.
Okay. Anybody want to get into ranching with Harry? Nobody wants to be a rancher?
Too much grass to mow, man.
I can't. Me and Harry's got some cattle. We can talk cattle right now.
Good.
These girls know you make a lot of money doing that.
Yeah. So they sell the cattle for a little bit of money.
Sterling, do you think the near future's kind of a...
Hey, with the restrictor plates on these bigger tracks?
Well, I don't like it. Rusty went to Talladega last year.
Yeah.
216 tires lasted 4 laps.
Yeah, I ran. I tell you, I ran close to 220 something at Talladega. When I come through that tri-oval and I had that wheel turning, that front end just floating, and I came in. I ran 2 laps, and I came in, and after 2 laps, and I put a new set of tires on and ran. I said I want to throw a big number down, so that thing ran like 228 in the straightaways, and like 220 the average lap. And I came in after 2 laps, and the whole right front tire was all looks like somebody took the rubber and just cracked it apart, and pulled it all apart. I said, that thing would have blown out, I'd have landed in Los Angeles, man.
We got one more question. Or do we?
Well, yeah, we do. I was going to just kind of follow up on that one with you, Bill, because having those fast laps at things like Talladega and Daytona, when you see these cookie cutter cars, they're calling it, coming down the pike, where they're trying to get everybody on the same sheet of music, so to speak, the same car, it's all driver. What do you think that's going to do to us at NASCAR?
Well, I think that's a $64 question, because I think you look at for the standpoint of what they're trying to end up doing is they want to try to get the playing field same, but the problem is if you go out and you say, well, you got to run these springs, these shocks, this car, what's the deal? And then you get into the bump drafting and everything else and all the other stuff that's involved, and then they put parameters on that. So what do you end up racing at the end of the day? And that's what I question is the whole. When everything's said and done, we lay all this down, it's like, at least when we ran unrestricted, it's like, if you wanted to go wide open, you go wide open. If you wanted to back off, you could back off. But at least you could run in different packs and kind of get sorted out. And if you can't handle well, you can make it work.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Sure, really appreciate it.
right. Hey, Steven.
Heard it here first.
Steven. That's right. You're going to hold a snowball this year?
I got a big back.
Hey, I'm on the front. Sorry. Wherever you are.
It'll be Bill Elliott. All right, how many Bill Elliott fans we got in the house? How many Harry Gant hands we got in the house? Sterling Marlin fans, let's hear ya. And how about Rusty's son, Stephen Wallace? Now, Rusty, I was down there when they were handing out the armbands for the autographs, and I'm going to tell you what, you and Stephen, I mean, you just slammed it. Well, it's... All right, Rusty, the field firing up behind the pace car.
How many laps? You need to push on the 12, 8 laps. Never mind, they got it.
Oh, I can feel it right now, man. The intensity's building. These guys are getting excited about this race tonight. I know Steve, he wants to win this thing bad. I know Sterling Marlin's talking about how he's going to win it. Handsome Harry Gant, he's been away for a long time, and he's ready to drive that baby to the front. What's going on right now? The pure stock owners are over there with their hands around their eyes. It's going, oh my gosh, hope he doesn't tear my car up, because I put a lot of money in this baby. And I know these guys are pretty good drivers, but keep defenders on them, boys.
Move away from the fence.
All right, need everybody to please move away from the fence. You have to back away from the fence. All right, Rusty, Joe shows the field the 1 to go sign.
Oh, man, I tell you what, the intensity's building. All heck's getting ready to break loose right now. When these guys come off a turn 4, I know these cats, they're going to be on it. That's right.
Tony takes the pace car down into the infield. Sterling Marlin, handsome Harry Gant on the front row. Got a correction on that. Stephen Wallace now on the front row. Harry tagging the tail. Here they come. Get up on your feet. They're coming to the line in turn number 4. Green flag's out. We're underway. Sterling with a quick jump down into turn number 1. Out of turn number 2 and down the backstretch they go. 35 up Bill Elliott now on the inside of Stephen Wallace down into 3.
And out of 4, Sterling Marlin, Bill Elliott right on his tail. Steve Wallace falls back to 3rd, and Harry Gant picking up the tail.
Out of turn number 2 down the backstretch, the 18 of Harry Gant having a little bit of trouble getting that car hooked up out of 2. But up front, it's the 35 of Bill Elliott now drafting right on the back bumper of Sterling Marlin. Bill taking a look on the inside, gets a fender on the quarter panel of the 27 of Marlin. Nose to tail coming out of turn number 4 now as the 18 of Gant gets on the inside of Wallace. He'll take over the 3rd position. Once again, the 35 of Elliott trying the inside of the 27 of Sterling Marlin. Little bump draft over there in turn number 3 out of turn number 4 trying to loosen him up. Got it run on the inside of Marlin. Awesome. Bill from Dawsonville now falls in behind the 27. He'll try him one more time as the 18 of Gant now trying to close in on your leaders. Elliott's caught the run on the inside out of turn number 4. Marlin trying to slam the door. He'll hold on to that top spot.
8 laps, right?
Debris in turn 4 brings out the caution flag.
27-35.
Oh, that French guy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rusty up front, man. Sterling Marlin and Bill Elliott really getting after it.
I'll tell you what, they were honored. Bill looked like he had a great car. He kept getting that left front right on that apron, going into the impatient. I know Steven, and he's probably can't get his car to handle the way he's wanted to handle, so that's probably his problem.
All right, Sterling Marlin with control. Bill Elliott on the outside. The green flag flies. And they'll wait until they get the line in turn number 4. Green's out. We're back underway. You know, it looks like Sterling Marlin's having a good time in that number 27, usually driven by Dwayne the Scott Campbell. as he puts the door slam on the 35 of Elliott. Stephen working on the outside of the 18 of Harry again as they'll cross the stripe. 6 laps in the books, 2 laps left to go. Bill Elliott dogging right on the back bumper, the 27 of Sterling Marlin. White flag comes out for Sterling Marlin. Down the backstretch they go. Elliott taking a look on the inside into turn number 3. Elliott's going to try and make the move and out of turn number 4. He's got the run on the inside. Side by side as they cross the stripe. Sterling Marlin by a fender over Bill Elliott.
Good race, big boy.
I was a little worried though if we got a red flag that Sterling was going to have to go out there and try and adjust a fender or two. And we're underway. Stephen now with a good jump as they come out of 4. Field bunched up, going side by side down into turn number 1. And Stephen with the aggression out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch they go. Looks like Harry's got his hand full this time, but Stephen driving it deep down into 3. Holding that bottom line, coming out of 4 up close to this front stretch wall.
I'll tell you what, Bill Elliott's number 35 car, that thing is really running through the center of the corner really, really fast, so I wouldn't doubt, oh, he's getting up on Stephen and going to turn 3. Oh, Steve drives in deep. Here comes Elliott back to the center. A lot of throttle up off the corner. It's a drag race.
Elliott by a fender as they cross the stripe. 2 laps left in the books in the rest of this 8-lap race. And Elliott will take over the top spot. Here comes Sterling Marlin now down on the inside of Stephen. Like you said, he's really aggressive. He's driving it deep down into the turns, riding that outside groove.
Is it really?
I didn't run a race car like me the whole
He's really riding that outside groove, but the 35 of Bill Elliott now in the top spot. The 27 of Sterling Marlin trying to make the pass on the 12 of Stephen Wallace, and he gets it done going down into 3. Bumping and banging over in 3. Elliott pushing up high. Here comes Sterling Marlin. Top 3 cars nose to tail now as they come out of turn number 2 and down the backstretch into turn number 3. Sterling Marlin now closing right up in on the back bumper with 35 of Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. He's got the run on the inside. Bill slams the door as they cross the start-finish line. White flag's out. Rescue, here they come out of turn number 4. Elliott pushes up high. Here comes Marlin. But it'll be Bill Elliott, your winner. Sterling Marlin, Stephen Wallace, and Harry.
He's having a ton of fun out there. Oh, it's the ball. I'll tell you what, Stephen, he knows a heck of a race. I'm telling you, he's a heck of a race car driver. I had a great time, though. The car's great. The guys put a good car under me, and it just had a lot of fun. I mean, you know, it's fun to come out and put on a good show for the fans and sign autographs and go meet people, kind of see one-on-one and kind of see what we do for, you know, for all the years and stuff. And it's great to be down here and see everybody coming out for a good show.
Question is, did you have a good time?
Oh, absolutely. You can see the field what it was. It was fantastic.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
That's not one hell of a run out there, man. I got a too.
Well, I tell you, this is where short track racing started, and this is a great little racetrack, and had a ball. I mean, if our cars are driving, you know, I wish a couple cars like this, I'd go on, but had a real good time. I thank all the fans for coming out, and, you know, they're back on short track racing, and had a lot of time and fun.
All right, congratulations. Out there in
Yeah, I did, you know, it's funny, I've never ever driven one of these style cars. I've always wanted to, and it was a blast, you know. My car handled good, it just didn't have a good motor, you know, but man, I tell you what, I had a blast out here. It was really, really fun. You know, I got a race with Bill Elliott, Sterling Marlin and Handsome Harry here. So it was very fun, and you know, I had a blast out here, and I just appreciate, you know, everybody here in town letting me come on out here. You know, if you know, damn, like maybe we're gonna do this again. It'd be real fun.
Hey, Steve,
I'll buy it right now. Come on.
Guys, come over there.
Come on, come on in here.
All right. Harry, ton of fun out here.
They started to feel real good. Decided to race a long time, so this is not right.
Let me know when you want to. All right, Harry. Congratulations again. Ladies and gentlemen.
I saw that, yeah. I thought I was going to roll right in. We're going to take a picture. All
right, he's got the camera. Come on, guys. Come on.
I get you.
Look at that back bend.
Hey, how about a little chance for
What are you looking at?
All of them. Look at all of them.
Well, because he's got enough damn race cars in his shop.
All right.
Want a headache?
Want a headache?
On the weekend.
No, oh, really?
What do they want to do?
Off the corner, yeah. Thank you, Bill. Thank you.
Rusty, you got to join me up in the booth tonight at your seat. I'm in North Carolina for my first time. Right. My wife, so there we go. Good luck, brother. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, your thing's shut off. Real quick.
God bless you.